And coming up this weekend, we'll discuss in a little bit. You'll be able to kind of wipe the slate clean with 3 straight in Muskegon. But you recently just signed a new player or traded for a new player. Braden Standard was traded to the Youngstown Phantoms for forward Nate Hanley. So a forward for forward switch there. And what prompted the change?
Well, I think it was a good change for both players. You're talking to their general manager, Brad Patterson, early last week. And, Nate has not had the year that he had in Cedar Rapids a year ago. And so he was feeling that they needed a little fresh start with him. And we were the same situation with Braden. We weren't able to get Braden as much ice time as he wanted. And so it was a good situation for both players to have a new opportunity. And Nate fits what we like to do. And I really liked what he did in Cedar Rapids a year ago. So, we're excited to see him in at live action here this weekend.
Obviously you get to wear both hats, the general manager hat and the coach hat. And you're also kind of in charge of the players' development as well. And you want to make sure that they're able to be in the best situation they can to develop as well. So how are you able to kind of wear all those different hats when it comes to a decision like this?
Yeah, the GM hat is the one that's kind of always on the side. Your everyday activity is that coaching and managing the players' development, like you talked about. And I'm fortunate enough to have a great staff that we have daily meetings and on ice sessions with all the players where they're getting everything they need. But when a player starts to feel that he's not developing because he's not being given enough opportunity, that's when you start to see a player start to take steps backwards. And as long as everybody accepts the role they're in and they're excited about that role, I truly believe that's development at its best. And guys move forward, and you see the John Middlestads get more and more ice time as they come and push forward. So it's that's the hat that we have on daily here. And then there's times that GM side of me has to come out and make changes that are best for the organization.
And how does that work? Are you looking for other players or other organizations that might be in the same boat as you?
Well, at times, it all depends what that trade looks like. A year ago when we had the 2 defensemen go down early in the year and they were going to be season-ending injuries, we were in desperate mode to try to find who had extra defensemen. And so now you're doing your research and really trying to find out who would even be on the market and how costly is it going to be. Because once teams kind of get their roster set, for us to go get a top 4 defenseman would have cost us a lot last year. And so you're always managing what is out there and, or do we have to find something from another league at that point?
And it has to also be unique too, as well, because depending on when this happens, just because of the unique nature of the league with, host families and things like that, there was a family that had to say goodbye to somebody this week.
Yeah, there was. And then a new player coming in and trying to settle into a new environment, settle into a new locker room. So, all the players will be responsible for, really making Nate feel comfortable and understanding that they feel that he's an important asset to our team. And then it's, us showing him that as well. So there's always those little moving parts, but I truly, these kids, 16 to 20 years old, it's great how resilient they are.